Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. Weekly bar chart going back over 5 years. This shows the low 350s as our primary overhead ceiling of resistance. That can contain monthly buying pressures. We did test it several weeks ago. We actually spent 2 or 3 weeks testing it, but we did not close above this area on a weekly basis, which is critical for longer term buy signals. Had we closed above the 353.69 2-year channel top, that would have indicated or set up 516.05 by the end of the year. But instead, what it did was provide a sell opportunity or short sale opportunity for this rising channel bottom presently at 295.18. This rising 3-month structure, we've mentioned how it could contain weekly selling pressures, and from there 2 to 3 week swing traders could go long back into the low 350s again, because that would be the big picture likelihood. Now, we have stalled out along the way, as we mentioned, as a session containment level at 331.61. That remains a session containment level. 331.61 is nothing more than a 5/8 upside Fibonacci from that late May high to the more recent early June low. And we mentioned how it can contain daily buying pressures and how below which you could anticipate perhaps a retest of the 295.18 3-month channel bottom. On the way down, we still have 309.31. That is the 3/8 Fibonacci using the same 2 points. Actually, no, I take that back. 309.31 is a downside 3/8 from the April low against the May high, but I still like it as an old level despite the fact that we've pushed back above it. It kind of cuts through or into some gaps that have occurred, and I still like it as an intraday support level, but overall, I don't want it to dilute the likelihood, or at least the attainability, if you will, of 295.18. Holding below 331.61, we mentioned how 3 to 5 day swing traders may play the short side back into the 295.18 level or formation as it rises through time. 309.31 today can contain intraday selling pressures, and once tested, we could stabilize. I don't know about swing all the way back to 331.61 intraday, but it's certainly possible. If we close below 309.31, 295.18 rising into a later week becomes our next quick objective, probably on Friday. By the way, once again, Thursday's markets are closed, Juneteenth day. This is Wednesday's report. Will be open, of course, on Friday. And if we close below 309.31, 295.18 is likely again on Friday, where we could bottom out once again through next week, and from here round up within 1 to 2 weeks, not so much 2 to 3 weeks, back into the low 350s, 351.44 to 353.69. Now, whether we can expect the low 350s within 3 to 5 days, as I've been saying now for the last couple of weeks, would be a settlement above 331.61. So closing above that 5/8 at 331.61. And if you've been short or are short term, which is to say back down to 295.18, if that is your goal, and I think it's a good one, I think it's a good trade. It's just that if we close above 331.61, you have to be nimble on your feet. Not only exit a short position, but reverse and go long for the next few days into the low 350s. Solid 20-point move here if we close above 331.61, anticipating 351.39 to 353.69, where once again we can top out through July and fall away again back to the channel bottom. It really is a battle between these 2 points that I see as the defining move as we move well into the third quarter. If we can close above 353.69, then I will begin talking 516.05 as a long-term target, possibly by the end of the year. On the other hand,
if you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
if we close below 295.18. I've been saying this, it doesn't represent well on the weekly chart because we haven't made the adjustment yet. But really what I would expect if we close below 295.18, or at least the play that I think you can make, is number one, exit any long position you may have established on that channel bottom over the last couple of weeks. You could then consider playing the short side, because I do think with the settlement below 295.18, it is the low 220s by the end of July or sooner. And by the end of August, I think we could fall all the way back into the 160s. 159.95 to 166.05 is 5-year channel support that, if tested by the end of the year, may well contain selling through all of 26. It is one of these ultra long-term support levels, very important for Tesla as a base of long-term support, the 160s. 272.87 is a downside 5/8 Fibonacci. I'm going to take you back to this chart. Same exact line study here. It is a downside 5/8 Fibonacci from that April low against that more recent late May high. It actually did contain the sell-off about 2 weeks ago when we collapsed out of this area. But at that point, it was combined with the channel bottom as a narrow range. Now it's a wide range, over 20 points wide. And so once again, there's no right way to play this. I like to be a little bit more aggressive to get good price location on any trade that I make. So if we close below 295.18, rather than waiting for a settlement below 272.87 to go short, I go short below 295.18. Maybe I scale into a short position, half in, then all in with a settlement below 272.87. And now you've got an average short position somewhere in the 280s, expecting the low 220s within a week or two. And yes, if you can ride it all the way through August, I think you've got a decent shot for the 160s under that scenario. Once again, I'm not expecting it unless we close below 295.18. So keep that in mind. Now, you could also, like I said kind of before, you can buy 295.18, anticipating the low 350s within 2 to 3 weeks. If we close below 295.18, you can exit your long position and then see how you react in the low 270s. Maybe you don't play the short side longer term into July, August, unless we close below 272.87. But once again, closing below 295.18, I think, is enough of a sell signal in my book to play the short side until proven otherwise. And we would obviously support what that otherwise would be as we move through time on a day-to-day basis. That is what we do at Wicked Stocks. Is there anything else to say? I think I'm just going to mention that today, Wednesday, later today, we're going to be putting out 2 stock picks from wickedstocks.com. The markets are closed on Thursday, so this will cover us for the week, but we've been putting out a lot of good material. We've had some great trades the last month or so. Some of them are still pending, like actionable. They haven't really set up just yet, but we provide the exact conditions, and with them we support you through time by providing where those formations are moving through time, where your stop loss should be. The targets are oftentimes moving targets. We update you in terms of what those targets would be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you get full support on our stock picks. Go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 5-day free trial, and you'll be able to see it all for 5 days, as well as our daily triple Q and our daily SPY analysis. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back tomorrow with, let's see. I'll be back later Wednesday afternoon. You know, we always deliver these the day before. So later Wednesday afternoon, we will deliver for Friday. Thursday's markets are closed. You have a great day.